What's going on, guys? Boss Squirrel here with another guide video, and today I want to talk about my FlareCaster Amara. Now, to all the Amara players out there who is looking for an action skill build, then I'm happy to share my build. The reason why I called it FlareCaster is because we're using two action skills, which is Face Flare and Face Cast, and both of them are really good in bossing and mobbing scenarios. And as usual, after discussing the build, we'll run the Guardian Takedown in True Trials, we'll fast forward the first phase because it's pretty easy, we'll just go into the second phase including the first Crystal phase, and I'll show both action skills and those scenarios. And by the way, please consider liking and subscribing, and hit that notification bell for more videos to come. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into the build. Okay, so now going to the gear. All you need are 4 weapons. This 2 is for Face Cast, and this 2 is for Face Flare. Now going to Face Flare first, all you need is a Psycho Stabber and a Guardian Angel. With both the same anointments, orb damage is increased by 200% for Face Flare and related action skills, which is really insane. As we all know, Face Flare is really broken. All you need to do is just punch it once with the Psycho Stabber, and you can just wipe out any mobbing scenarios. And for bossing, just swap to the Guardian Angel, and you'll pretty much easily kill that boss, even though that's the Hag of Fervor, which has the highest HP in the entire game. Now, for Face Flare, all you need is a Guardian Angel and a Face Puncher. The Guardian Angel, we have the anointment Astral Projection damage is increased by 200% for Face Cast and related action skills. For the Face Puncher, we have the ASC melee damage. Now, the Face Puncher isn't really meant for you to keep shooting it. It is meant as a finisher, a finishing shot. Yeah, because as you've noticed on the first part of my video, we just easily one-tap Hemovores or Vermivores on their last health with a Face Puncher. But that isn't really the power of the Face Puncher. It is actually the power of this Guardian perk, Groundbreaker. Yeah, as you can see, melee attacks or slam will trigger an aftershock, dealing 25% of all non-melee damage you have dealt over the last 5 seconds, which is really insane. Actually, I've really wanted to share this build a long time ago, but unfortunately I haven't unlocked this Guardian perk yet, because since I've switched to PC. But now finally I've unlocked it, and I'm really excited to share it to you guys. So yep, so basically how Groundbreaker works is, with the Face Cast, is after dealing damage to enemies with your Face Cast, it'll stack up to Groundbreaker, and that's the reason why we easily one-tap Hemovores with the Face Puncher. That only works once, and pretty much after the first shot, the Face Puncher damage will be crap again. But not only does the Face Cast stacks the Groundbreaker, but also with this broken skill, Remnant. As we all know, this skill is really broken. Just 1 point on it is enough. This has mayhem scaling. So, for example, you're dealing with a boss, for example, Hemovores. You killed a mob with Face Cast. By the way, we're not using Face Cast. We're using this skill, Tandava. I'm not really sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Tandava? Yeah. Anyways, yeah. For example, you killed a mob with Face Cast, and then a Remnant Orb spawned from that mob, but didn't targeted the boss. Didn't targeted Hemovores. You don't have to worry about that, because that Remnant Orb, as soon as it killed another mob, that damage that it did will stack up to Groundbreaker as well. So you don't have to worry about it. All you need to do is swap to the Face Puncher and just easily one-tap the boss. You'll definitely kill it. Alright, so that's pretty much how it works. So what you need to do is just spam your action skill twice. All that damage you dealt will stack up to Groundbreaker, then swap to the Face Puncher, then one-tap that boss or mob or whatever. And pretty much that's how it works. Now going to the shield, We're using a Revolter with action skill started on. You'll definitely want this because the Shotgun Rage also affects all your action skills, which is really good. And for the grenades, it doesn't really matter what grenades you have. I just went with the Fish Slap because I already have all the complete elements, including the anointments here. So yeah. For the class mod, you'll definitely want a Phaserker for more action skill cooldown rate, and also for that rush stacks. And now the passives are very specific. Uh, you need a splash damage radius for this because this affects your face cast. Also with your artifact, you'll definitely want an AoE damage on either slot 2 or 3. Because if it's on slot 2 or 3, there's a hidden radius bonus with the AoE damage. But if it's in slot 1, unfortunately, the radius, you won't get that extra radius. So yeah. And by the way, speaking of artifacts, the reason why I want a toboggan is there are a lot of factors here. The downside on going the action skill build is we have no lifesteal. So we definitely need survivability. So while your action skill is cooling down or Groundbreaker has already been used, I just basically slide around just to avoid enemy damage as much as possible. Also for that damage reduction after sliding, which is really good, and also the amp damage, which benefits our face puncher. So basically the Groundbreaker plus the amp damage with the face puncher, and you'll definitely one-tap a boss. Alright. And again, you'll definitely want an AoE damage on either slot 2 or 3. Also, splash damage radius as a passive on your class mod. Second passive that I suggest is an action skill cooldown rate, so that you can keep spamming your action skill. But it's really no big deal. It's really good. You should focus more on the AoE damage and the splash damage radius. Alright. Now going to the skill tree, I want to discuss the green tree first. As you can see, we're going survivability skills here. As I've said, it's the downside of the action skill build is we have no way of lifesteal, and getting into fight for your life is pretty hard, especially on the Guardian takedown. So we definitely want to add points that gives us survivability, like for example Clarity. I'm just getting extra 5 points from our class mod. Arms Deal for more splash damage, Helping Hands for damage reduction, Find Your Center for melee damage for our face puncher, One with Nature for more health. Jab Cross, you'll also want this. As you can see, whenever Amara deals melee damage to an enemy, she gains increased action skill damage. So not only does your face cast increases Groundbreaker for your face puncher, but after using face puncher, your next action skill damage will be increased for the next 10 seconds, which is really good. Guardian Angel, so that we can get out of fight for your life instantly. Really, really helpful. Blitz for more melee damage for the face puncher. Now here's for the purple tree. You'll definitely want to get down to Expedite so that you can keep spamming your action skill. This is actually our only way of lifesteal, ebb and flow, after we kill a mob or a boss with the face puncher, and pretty much that's it. You'll also want to put 1 point on Combo Breaker for that reset chance. It really helps as well sometimes. Yeah. I use the cryo element for mobbing scenarios, but I switch to different elements depending on the boss that I'm dealing with. So yeah. Now here's for the blue tree. You'll definitely want to max out Do Harm for action skill damage, Fast Hands for weapon swap speed when we're swapping the Guardian Angel with the face puncher. Violent Tapestry isn't really important. I just place points on it just to get down to Avatar. Restless for more action skill cooldown rate. Ascendant also for more action skill cooldown rate because of Expedite. Laid Bear also good for that V1 damage. Awakening for more Do Harm damage. And of course, just 1 point on Remnant is enough. and of course Avatar, so that we can spam our skill twice. For the red tree, this is it. Just went down to Illuminated Fist, and also just to unlock the fire action skill element. And yeah, pretty much that's it. And of course, here's the Guardian rank. It's really important that you have the Groundbreaker for this to work. And we're running it on Mayhem 11. Alright, so just to demo, the for face cast, when using Tandava, you see that explosion? That's why it's really important to have splash damage radius and AoE damage on either slot 2 or 3 on your artifact for more AoE damage. So after spamming your action skill twice, just swap to the to the face puncher, then just one tap, then swap back to the Guardian Angel. Then you can just slide around just to wait for your action skill to be up again while during a high mobbing scenario, so that you won't get down. And yeah, and for the face flare, you just need a Psycho Stabber and a Guardian Angel, no big deal. So yeah, we'll run the Guardian takedown intro trials. We'll fast forward the first phase and we'll get into the second phase. Okay, so we're now here on the second phase. I'll use face flare first, just to show it. So enjoy the run. Alright, just punch it once, then you're good. Slide, grab it, or just wipe out all those mobs. Go. Oh, and oops. Alright. Oh, there's one more. Alright. Now, for the crystal face, I'll show... Oh, I can't... I'll just wait for the cooldown, so that I'll show how the face cast works. Alright. See that? You just one tap it. That's the power of Groundbreaker. Oh, this guy's again. Alright. Now sometimes you won't be able to one-tap bosses. I'm sorry, mobs. The reason for that is you just didn't deal enough damage for Groundbreaker to stack up. Alright, now going to the last phase. Oops. Ooh. What? Oh, this guy's again. Alright, there we go. So, yeah, that's it. So, yep. The good thing about this build is you can use both FaceCast and Face Flare, both in mobbing and bossing. It's really, really powerful. And if you find this guide helpful, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. It'll really help me out. And you guys have a good day. Bye-bye.